1, 2, 3, 4, we're cracking on Monday. It's Grandmaster. You're watching the show. So, hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey guys, you're probably not watching it right now, anyone, because I haven't put the link up yet.
But it's happening. I'm sorry, my computer is really messed up right now, and I actually can't use the mouse.
We both just got home in the past 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, literally.
So there's no show.
But there is a show.
We don't have a plan.
You gotta go to here, try this. Wait, try this. There. I think that's the one that's live right now. Look, that one.
Okay.
Click that. Yeah, there it is.
Is it gonna be us, Sam?
Yeah, it's gonna be us. Copy and paste that, mother.
It's going up on Facebook, guys.
My computer is really messed up.
What happens when there's a computer?
Yay! All right, hey everyone, welcome to the show.
That's not a link. You're gonna have to. You know what? They can fucking figure it out.
They can figure it out.
Oh wait, there it is.
There it is.
All right, so check it out. It's a good night. It's a happy Monday, super happy Monday. So we're not on the website right now. We're only on YouTube.
Sorry, guys.
So we have no comments, but we might. Are we gonna do it right now?
Oh yeah, I can do it on this computer.
Yeah,
sure.
we're making
Talk
up
some stuff, right?
Anyway. So yeah, we really don't have a plan right now. But I can tell you. I don't know. What happened?
We can talk about some stuff.
I'm trying to think of stuff.
Well, talk about the World Cup.
Stuff. Well, there was the World Cup, which is this thing that happens. What's it? Every 4 years, when every 4 years they basically build this. They find the planet's genitalia, and they make a big hard cod piece, like a sports loin protection, and they put it over the planet's genitalia, which moves. So it's a different place every year. And this year it happens to be in Brazil.
Yeah.
And they put it over because
dynamic genitalia.
Yeah. So asteroids and stuff, balls.
Don't know where to go.
Known as soccer balls.
Yeah.
So it's
SOCCER, but it's actually only one C. It's SOCER.
It's actually they're called footballs. It's
football. Sorry.
FOOT. So it's a floating orbital
object with telemetry.
Trajectory.
Trajectory, not
floating object orbital trajectory.
There we go.
To make sure that the football.
Floating something.
Floating object orbital
trajectory ball
to protect. So there's the football coming, and then there's the World Cup, and the World Cup protects the planet's genitalia.
And in the World Cup, each country has a team that fights to the death to, of course, host the next World Cup, because the Earth knows where it gets to choose where its genitalia goes, of course, as we all do get to choose where our genitalia go.
Yeah.
And so they fight to the death for who gets to be the next area of Earth's genitalia.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet when you think about it, because we all want giant genitalia on our face. So come on, USA.
Yeah.
USA actually won today. They slaughtered Ghana.
Literally slaughtered.
With sabers and laser guns.
Ooh,
hungry.
Yeah, hey, are you guys gonna eat that fucking cheesecake in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can eat some. You're allowed to eat some.
All right.
You don't have to avoid everything.
I mean, if it was my cheesecake, I'd just eat the whole thing.
That's because you're an insane person. And also, you apparently, you're like Homer Simpson in that episode where he goes on the spirit quest, because he drinks the candle so that he can eat the really hot chili peppers.
Yeah.
And he drinks the candle so it will coat his throat, and then he eats the chili peppers so they're just in his stomach hole, and then he starts hallucinating, and he goes on the spirit quest, and Johnny Cash is the coyote.
Yeah, I remember.
And he ends up at the lighthouse. I love that episode.
How am I like that? Would I eat a candle?
Well, because you can eat stuff. I don't know, whatever, man. I don't know. I'm trying to, eat stuff.
Yeah. That was a good episode of The Simpsons, though.
What's another good episode of The Simpsons?
They're good episodes. Some of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons either. I haven't watched in so long. And you know what? There's this weird thing that is one of these memories that I must be remembering incorrectly, but like I feel like I can't be because I remember recalling the memory like this for so long.
What is it?
It's
What's the memory?
I remember there was this one moment in The Simpsons that I thought was really funny, and it was when there was only like one season, so or 2 seasons maybe, so it wouldn't come on that often. And I was a little kid. My parents, when this episode came on, they'd come wake us up because The Simpsons was on after me. Remember, they went to sleep, and they'd wake us up and bring us out to watch this one moment on The Simpsons. And it was where Homer, and I don't think this ever actually happened in the show. I think my brain is inventing this. He like comes around the corner, and there's donuts like smeared on the wall, and he looks really upset for a second. He goes, "Ugh, plain dipped donuts."
It sounds like a weird dream you had.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dream where you thought you were Homer Simpson. Like that sounds like the sort of dream you would have. Where you,
I remember the whole thing, and then I remember remembering it a bunch of times. So I'm pretty sure the quote "plain dipped donuts," there it is. The quote "plain dipped donuts" was in The Simpsons, but the context is completely fabricated.
Interesting. That's very interesting, Brett.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that I have. I also vividly remember seeing Star Wars as a little kid. I mean, lots of times. And every time I remember this scene in the cantina where a fairy comes out of the wall, and they all chase around the fairy, and all the guys start clamoring, and it goes back into the hole, like, all right, and then it goes back to the movie. And then I remember...
Are you sure you're not thinking of the cantina scene in Thumbelina?
No, it wasn't, I never saw Thumbelina until later in life. But anyway, and then I remember, so that was when I was like 2 or 3, and then I must have not seen Star Wars for like a year, and then when I was like 4 or 5, and I was like coherent. I was like, I haven't seen Star Wars in a long time. I watched it. I was like, well, this is some weird version. I was with my cousin and my brother, who were really big Star Wars fans, all and I was like, they cut out the scene in the cantina where the fairy comes out of the wall and everybody chases it. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was never in there. Yeah.
That's super weird. Speaking of scenes in Star Wars, I was Skyping with my 4-year-old niece yesterday. And I found out, I was there when she was watching A New Hope for the first time, but I found out yesterday that she's watched Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi now, and we were talking about like which version she's seen, and she she remembers stuff really well, of course, because she's 4 years old, and what else does she have to remember besides awesome movies? And my brother was there too, and my brother was like, do you remember Yub Jub? And she was like, yeah, Yub Jub. But then my brother was like, no, we didn't watch that version because that version's terrible. We watched the one where everyone celebrates on Naboo at the end of the movie when the Death Star gets blown up. And my niece, she goes, Naboo, and she just starts slapping her knee and laughing. For like 20 seconds she does this, like really comically large. Oh my god, it was funny. It was really funny.
Who's Jub Jub, though?
Yub Jub.
Yub Jub, is he...
Yub Jub is what the Ewoks on. In the movie, Yub Jub.
Oh, okay, is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what they're saying the whole time.
Yub Jub? Yeah, I know they say Yub Jub a lot, but...
That's all I'm talking about, that.
Okay. I thought Yub Jub was a character that I somehow missed.
It's not! So anyway, what else is going on? Talk about the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh, yeah, well, we missed this last week. Alex was telling us to do this, and, it just slipped my mind, but the Angry Video Game Nerd movie was finally announced, the release date. They're having a release at the Egyptian Theater. Whose Egyptian Theater? I can't remember whose Egyptian Theater. The Egyptian Theater, not the Chinese one, the other one.
Oh, not the man's Chinese theater, but female Egyptian theater?
Yeah, ladies Egyptian Theater. In Hollywood, they're doing the release, and then they're taking it on tour, and it's going around, and it's not coming to Boston. It doesn't have a date set. It's playing in like Rentham or somewhere fucking.
Oh yeah, it's in it's in Waltham, isn't it?
Waltham.
Yeah, it's in Waltham.
It's in Waltham, and it's $15. I'm surprised they weren't sold out last time I checked. That it amazes me. But I really want to go, but I have no money right now. So hopefully I get to go see it. Hopefully it continues on tour, and I want to keep going on tour, and I wanted to come to Cambridge. I think that would be great. We should come and play the Brattle.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You should talk to him.
You should.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really cool. This movie's been coming for a long time. It's a kind of a work of passion for James Rolfe, who's one of my favorite kind of media files on the internet. First guy to explain to me what a CED.
What a vagina is.
Yeah, I learned the facts of life from him. I also learned that what I thought was a laser disc that I couldn't get out of its box is actually
a cartridge,
a CED cartridge. Little important things that I learned,
It's good to know, so you don't try and rip it out.
Yeah, which is what I was trying to do for a really long time.
Like the first time I had an 8-track, the first time I had a VHS, I took the film out and I tried to run it through a projector, but it just lit on fire and then burned.
That's not terribly far from something that I did once.
I didn't actually do that, but I kind of want to do it now. It would probably just melt though.
It would. Anyway, so that was all that. So that's really cool. I don't know. The trailer for the Angry Video Game Nerd movie was pretty disappointing. But I'm not discouraged at all. I really think it's going to be great. It's one of those movies. It's like, oh, I did that. I forgot where it was now. The movie. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these movies that's going to be kind of, not for a wide audience. It's like you kind of got to be into that. It's like going to be a bunch of inside jokes and not
that
probably.
None of us will understand.
Yeah, probably not a great movie in its own right, but just like great if you're a fan of the thing and you kind of want to go and like be part of it. And people are going to get dressed up to go, and it's going to be one of those kinds of things. I don't think it's going to be a masterpiece, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Might be a little clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
And he did an episode, just shortly before releasing it, he did an episode that led directly into it. In fact, I think that was what I wanted to talk about last week, and the actual announcement has come since last week. So,
oh, yeah?
So go on cinemassacre.com and see if the Angry Video Game Nerd movie is playing anywhere near you. A theater near It's generally on tour in the second half of the summer. I think the release date is August 8th or something like that, August 6th, beginning of August. Anyway, that's going to be traveling on. So. And then out on DVD in the fall, probably. So dope.
Yeah, dope, yo.
So what do you got going on?
Well, this is really old news, actually, back from January, but I just heard about it today. Stephen Hawking, who is old, actually, it's a year from January old.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I just found out about it today, and I think it's really cool, so I want to talk about it. Stephen Hawking is a really cool dude. He has lots of crazy ideas, and he's really smart. And apparently a year ago in January, he joined a group called the Cambridge Cambridge Center for the Study of Existential Risk. And basically what that is a group of really smart guys and girls, I suppose, a group of really smart people that talk about all the dangers of the future and how we can prevent those dangers from coming into fruition, such as the uprising of robots and the ultimate apocalypse of humanity and subsequent destruction. Which is pretty cool!
Yeah.
That a society like this exists. This is a society that I've always wanted to start since I was infant, since I was a babe. A group of really smart people, such as myself and Stephen Hawking, and maybe Superman, that talk about the dangers that we face in inventing new technologies and new ways of other things too that really could kill us, such as genetically modified fruit. You know what I mean? Tomatoes that are genetically modified and then come alive when they are in our bellies and eat us from the inside out.
I don't know.
Or light bulbs that draw power from the air around them, but eventually draw so much power that everyone's faces are drying out because all the electrolytes are getting taken out of our skin, sucked out of our skin, in order to power the world.
See, I don't know so much about this, man. I don't know about these guys kind of proclaiming things dangerous or not dangerous.
Well, it's a theoretical think tank, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all based on theory.
I don't know.
Existential
listen
risk.
to what you just said. It's just like...
what I just said are food coming alive.
I know
and
you're
light bulbs
joking,
being powered by
but it's
humans,
just like
Brian.
so much of the you know, I don't know.
Okay, robots. That is a real issue that we may face in the future. Robots becoming too smart.
I don't think it is though.
Why?
Well, we've been over this on the show before.
Not in depth.
When a machine, a robot that intelligent, a computer that intelligent, wouldn't really serve to gain anything. Yeah, could realize that it doesn't need people, but how would it fucking what would it gain from killing everybody or enslaving everybody?
It can take over the world.
Why does it want to take over the world?
Also, I'm not sure that it's so much that it would kill humans in this case. I think that maybe they're thinking about it would render humans obsolete to other humans, except for procreation.
Yeah.
It could essentially, I mean, it's the same with like, you can make the same argument against like microwaves.
I mean,
it's going to make people lazy and not cook anymore.
I don't really have, I mean, I don't know exactly what they're talking about. I don't really have arguments put together for or against anything. Just the idea of a kind of elite group, kind of looking down on avenues of science, kind of putting down avenues of science before they're really explored.
Again, it's theoretical. They are the exploratory committee.
I guess.
That's what they are. They're the theoretical. They're the like, if this happens, maybe we could do this.
I guess. I don't know.
It's the same as like science. It's like the same thing that Heinlein was doing.
I just feel like it's a dangerous concept, putting people in a position where I say like, hey, before we do this, guys, like, you all decide if it's a good idea or not.
Well, it's not like they have any sort of power. It's not like they're not going to be like, don't do this.
I understand. That's what I said. It's just kind of a morally iffy thing for me. Kind of having this prejudgment.
Like the Justice League.
Like the Justice League.
You're on the same side as those guys that hate the Justice League. Floating up there in their watchtower, up in space, protecting humanity from above the law.
It has nothing to do with the law.
That's what the Justice League does. Laws of science. Protecting humanity from the laws of science.
That's the whole point, though, is that there are no laws of science, and that's why science is so great,
but you gotta add the word theory into all of these things. It's assumed that theory is
I keep saying I understand that. I'm not saying, like, Stephen Hawking's gonna tell us we can't build robots.
Brian, why don't you just go there with a bomb strapped to your chest and just kill all the smart people?
Yeah.
Because clearly that's what you want to do. Just kill all the smartest people in the world.
I hate small.
Superman.
I was a big
Stephen Hawking.
I was a big fan of Pol Pot, in that I think we should lynch everyone who can read. I think.
I mean, if we're gonna be completely honest,
society.
reading is really dangerous, and we should never have started words. Those Phoenician guys, those Mesopotamians, you really messed up.
This is what I'm saying. Is like
language was not a good idea.
If there were the smartest guys in Mesopotamia had been put in a position where, like, guys, reading could lead to these kinds of miscommunications and these kinds of problems on the line. We shouldn't do it.
No, but again, they wouldn't say we shouldn't do it. They would say, watch out when you do it.
I guess. And that's the thing. I don't know much about this. I know as much about this program as you just explained to me.
I just like that there's...
It just automatically, I worry a tad about that kind of having a few people in that position.
You just don't like people in power, Brian. You just don't like it when anyone's in
That's
power.
Absolutely true. But
I just like the idea of some like in Futurama, where Bender gets into the elite robot club.
Yeah.
I love the idea that deep underground there's a room with a bunch of smart guys like playing D&D, drinking out of crazy straws, and killing, torturing, genetically engineered organisms somewhere, in the name of science. Talking about the future.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I like the idea of people, thinking about these things and watching out for it. I'm just automatically iffy of people, kind of a small group of people trying to make decisions based on the future, based on what they think is a good I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying.
I think you are saying.
No, I'm just saying.
You just said that.
I'm just saying, be careful. The Bryan Institute of Risk Calculation says a bunch of people sitting around trying to decide if theoretically we shouldn't not do it, but when you do it, watch out because this and this could
Maybe they've thought of that. Maybe they're doing that too. Maybe like, guys, should we really be doing this? What are the dangers of us sitting around doing this?
Maybe they are.
Well, anyway, the U.S. no doubt is the best country in the world, and so that's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying?
No. What are you talking about?
Just being patriotic.
Okay.
Just patriotism for patriotism's sake.
Cool. I can't do that with you. But
America is the land of the beautiful, land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Sure.
The high birthing rate scares me. The high birthing rate of immigrants scares me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not of squirrels.
Freedom isn't free, Sam.
Freedom isn't free. I was at a gas station in Newton the other day, and freedom was like $2 a pack.
It keeps going up.
It's like $2 a pack, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Expensive. One guy was like, "Hey, I'll trade you a pack of cigarettes for like 4 freedoms."
Wait.
I was like, "No way, man! Freedom's priceless."
I got in an argument with Chris the other day over whether I got free lunch or not. Because there's no such thing as a free lunch thing.
Yeah, I was there for that.
And I had an economics teacher when I was a senior in high school who was one of the worst people I've ever met. Just a terrible piece of shit.
Just beating babies?
Like, pretty much. This guy, he would brag in class that he would fucking try and start a lemonade stand every summer to put this other kid's lemonade stand out of business, just to teach him lessons about
do business better.
And it would be funny if he was joking, but he wasn't. He was a fucking rat bastard, this guy, and hated me because and this guy was like a kind of.
Did you hate him first?
He was no. I was totally cool, and I was really liking this class and stuff. But he was like this ex-punk rocker, and he was like, "Yeah, that kid."
Yeah, I hate punk rockers.
And thought he was better than me because he
damn punks
moved on.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking 20 years older than me. So yeah.
Just a yuppie now.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. He was full of resent and bitterness, and he fucking sucked. I hated this guy. And I was a terrible student, and I always admit, I was like, yeah, I didn't do good in that class because I'm a lazy idiot, and I don't try. But this guy, literally, I would do homework, and he'd come in and be like, no, that's not good enough, and everybody else got it. This dude had it in for me, and he had it in for my friend because he knew he was my friend.
Maybe he was in love with you.
Maybe he was. I don't know. He had a really hot wife who worked at the school too, and me and Melinda were friends with her, and we tried to get her to be our sponsor because she was the media lab lady, and we tried to get her to be our sponsor for our senior project, which was making a movie, which they also didn't let me do for basically no reason because they were just like, if we let Brian out of school, he's just gonna go smoke crack, and they just shut it down.
I mean, yeah.
For no fucking reason.
Crack does run through the rivers of Hingham.
Yeah, no, they just didn't trust me. So anyway, this guy was a bastard, and so when I've tried really hard just to spite him, to find free lunch wherever I can. And me and Chris got in this argument yesterday. I was like, man, I got free lunch at work.
How does he know that you're spiting him?
It doesn't matter. I know. So, and someday I'll tell him. I'll be like,
hey, man, guess how many free lunches I've had?
Yeah. So I was like, I got free lunch at work. And Chris was like, there's no free lunch. And I was like, check this out. There were sandwiches in the kitchen. So I got up.
Okay, wait, hang on. Start over.
There were sandwiches, free sandwiches that didn't cost any money in the kitchen.
Okay, free sandwiches in the kitchen.
Yeah. So I got up from my desk and I walked over and I got a sandwich.
Are you wearing shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I walked back to my desk and I ate it while I was working. So for those couple minutes that I wasn't at my desk working, I was going to get the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I was still getting paid as if I was working. I left work at the same time. Right?
Sure.
And then, so I was still getting paid, and then I had that extra 2 minutes of work to do somewhere else, and I'd get paid for those also. So I got paid twice to eat this sandwich.
So really, you cheated the company out of money by eating a sandwich, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
both out of the money for the sandwich and the 2 minutes it took you to get the sandwich.
Yeah.
And the extra 40 seconds in between mouse clicks where you were taking bites of the sandwich.
Yeah, basically.
So really, you stole like $6 from the
I'm talking about for me, though. So the only thing that could be possibly detrimental for that is that they'd say, hey, you stole this 40 cents from the company in this time that you were eating a sandwich.
Give it back.
And that's incalculable to them. You know, they're not going to give a shit. So there's no drawback for me there. There's no drawback for me monetarily. There's no there's no time drawback. There's no effort. No one even knew that I did this.
Is everyone else blind?
No, I was just there was no one who gave a shit. So anyway, there was the theory that there's no free lunch. Even if it's free, it's still time. It's still someone's opinion of you. It costs you something, money or otherwise, to go get that lunch. There was absolutely no drawback for me for getting the sandwich. All it was a sandwich and other benefits associated with it.
Though the argument could be made that it's not free because without the job which someone gave you, you wouldn't have had that sandwich.
But I wanted the job too.
I know, but it's not that someone gave you a job. It's that you received a job.
I had to put in the time
to get the job and go to work
and maintain the job and go to work.
Exactly. And while you are getting paid for that, and a sandwich pales in comparison to the reward of working and getting paid, it can be argued that.
I was there.
What I just said.
Yeah, I was there regardless of the sandwich, though. That is the closest thing to a valid argument. But I was there, sandwich or no sandwich.
What if you're in bed?
Yeah.
And you don't get up and you just lay there? But while you lay there, someone is paying you money because there's an ad on your house and planes fly overhead. So you're making money from that.
Yep.
And also, while you're laying there, you're being entertained by a naked girl on the left hanging from the ceiling, like alive, and and a television playing like, Terminator on the right.
Sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
And you're just laying there, and also tacos are being slowly conveyed into your mouth. No, hang on, you're not eating yet. Sorry, you're just doing that, and you're laying there. And also the bed has electrodes in it so that your muscles are getting exercised without you having to move.
Okay.
And then there's other people that win millions of dollars for doing this job are push-up conveyor belts and are hand-making tacos, and the tacos are slowly conveyed into your mouth for lunchtime.
So let me get this straight. The tacos are part of the same situation. There are benefit of me having the ad on my roof.
Yes. Oh, okay. And here we go. The people that are making the tacos don't get millions of dollars work that are now getting paid.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Yeah.
And also the tacos are recycled. The stuff in the tacos is recycled from the bodies of disaster victims.
They're a totally zero impact taco.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is that a free lunch?
This, I would say, I could actually use your argument more validly here, because the tacos, this wasn't like I got this job because there'd be free sandwiches sometimes. This one, the tacos are part of the benefit of the job. So it's like in the contract. So it's like
no, that's not, the job is separate. You're just laying there and people are doing this for you.
for free.
Your job
just
that's
'cause
getting
they're
paid
nice?
just because I wanted to make it really good is that you have the ad on your roof and planes fly over it.
Yeah.
That's just extra.
So the people putting the tacos into my mouth, they're just doing it out of the goodness of their hearts.
And also they're getting paid to do it, not by you, but by
see-
some separate organization.
I feel like you're working backwards almost, because now I am somehow, whether they say it or not, I am indebted to either those taco making people.
No, because they're getting paid.
or like no. But then that company who's doing this for me for free,
The company has surplus.
they have surplus, but it's
And
still,
also they're doing it for a lot of other people too. You won it in a contest.
Did I enter the contest?
No,
That's
it was
kind
a
of
random
funny.
drawing.
See,
Hang
you're going backwards.
Hang on. It was a random drawing based on social security number, which is given to you at birth whether you like it or not.
Okay.
You didn't have to enter. You didn't have to answer the phone.
Okay.
They
Okay.
sent
No, you just made it real easy though.
Okay.
Because I'm lying in bed getting these tacos put in my mouth. I could be doing something else.
I know, but you
could-
don't have to because you're making money.
Yeah, but I could be making more money. Is the thing.
No, but that doesn't make it not free. That makes it you want more
No.
money.
But this is the theory. This is the no free lunch theory. Is even if you could say I'm getting paid because there's money coming in, so I don't need more money, but I could go get a day job, still be getting the money from my roof.
No, but
I
the lunch,
also
we're talking about the lunch. The lunch is still free.
Yeah. No.
Ignore the job completely. You're poor. You don't have a job.
No. But this is the economic theory. This is how it works. Free doesn't mean money. Free means you have invested nothing in it. And what I have invested in this taco going into my mouth is that I'm sitting here with tacos going into my mouth rather than going and working at Dunkin' Donuts and making $9.
That's
an hour.
not making. No, that's not because you're still making $9 an hour from the advertisement.
But I could be making another $9 an hour because the ad's on top of my house anyway.
But that
I don't
doesn't-
need to be lying there eating tacos for this to work.
Whether you need to or not doesn't matter because you're still not investing anything in the tacos.
Yeah, I am.
What are you investing in the tacos?
I just told you.
Your time for not doing that?
Yeah, my time that I could be.
Okay, then it's not you. It's someone that likes what they're doing at that time.
What? Who is someone who likes?
It's someone that
Well,
likes
it-
making
it-
money off of that.
it doesn't-
No, it doesn't matter because
No,
it's,
it
you're not
doesn't
investing in
matter.
the tacos. You're not investing in the tacos.
You're not listening to me.
No, I'm 100% listening to you.
No.
I'm
the
saying
whole.
you're wrong.
Let me start from the top.
Okay.
Let me start from the top. The theory of
Don't forget the naked girl.
why they say there's no free lunch is because if I say, hey, there's free sandwiches around the corner, I can go do that, or I can do something else. I can use that time that I spend going that sandwich, even though I'm not spending any money getting that lunch. I can use that time to do something else that would earn me something else. Now that doesn't mean that what I'd be earning is more valuable than the lunch. If I'm sitting here, it's like, well, it's going to take me 5 minutes, and what that 5 minutes I would use, let's say, like I'm a jeweler, and it's like that's an extra 5 minutes of making jewelry. But like you calculate it out, and that doesn't fucking matter in the end. It's like if I go get that sandwich, that's a trade-off that I want to make, but it's not free. It cost me 5 minutes of jewelry making time.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, so if I'm getting these tacos put in my mouth, it doesn't matter that I'm all set with money. I could be making more money if I had a day job instead of lying there with getting tacos put in my mouth.
Here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
If you don't eat those tacos, someone's going to shoot you in the head.
Okay, well that's completely different.
Yes!
That's a totally different situation.
Free tacos. Sweet.
Free tacos.
Or you'll start.
I could think of a way around that if I wanted to, but
No, you can't.
that's the other thing about when you're talking about economics. Kind of like one of the rules of theoretical economics is that violence never becomes like there's never like when violence becomes involved, then it's like then the discussion is over because that just breaks the whole thing.
Yeah, suck it. Free lunch,
Which
man.
I'm a fan
Free
of.
lunch. I did it. Free lunch. I win.
Free lunch. Eat this or eat John face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I did break the free lunch system because of the way things shake out. I invested nothing. In fact, I benefited more from going and eating this.
Yeah, but now you have the
Buffalo
guilt
roll.
of cheating the company out of $6.
I don't, though. And it wasn't $6. It was maybe like a quarter of a cent. You know?
Well, you have to factor in the cost of the sandwich. Probably like
But it was gonna
$4.50.
get thrown away though.
Doesn't matter. I still paid for the sandwich.
In fact, I saved someone the effort of expending that much more of their weight going down, throwing
Nope.
the tray away.
They still had to pay for it. Doesn't matter if they were going to throw it away. They still paid for it.
It was already.
You stole from the company. They weren't going to.
No, I wasn't like I was like sneaking a sandwich.
No,
they came up. They were like,
it's a matter of
guys.
attention. It's
I'm
not
gonna-
a matter of
Yeah,
the
they were like,
act
guys.
itself.
Yeah.
But it's there was a sandwich
Yeah.
that they weren't going to give to you that they paid paid
Yeah.
$4 for.
Yeah.
And then when you take that, it's like you're taking $4 out of the money that they're going to throw away anyway. It's like you're just taking that $4 off.
Yeah. No, it wasn't
Even
like
though,
I
we're
went.
going to burn this money.
I went
no
and
one
I
can have it.
stole a sandwich. Like they put them in the kitchen. and They're like, hey guys. Today. I don't think you know how like economic thought experiments work.
I know exactly how economers work.
Okay.
So anyway, what else is going on? There's a cat, and she looks a little warm. She needs a brushing.
A Russian brushing. What are there Is everyone commenting?
I don't know. No one's. Oh, there's one viewer. What do you think, viewer?
It's not me.
What's your free lunch? No, I don't think it is you. No, it's not you. What's your free lunch, one viewer? What's your idea of a free lunch? Hit us. Hit us up. Hit us up. Tell us what you think. We want to hear from you, the audience, about what we should do. Keep that window open.
Yeah.
Well, we passed a lot. We covered a lot of time with that sandwich stuff. I'm happy with that free lunch deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Chris about my hanging lady.
Dude, this is all he does is talk about like logic. That's like his thing. You can't.
What a jerk.
Were you Smurf fucker, Sam?
No, that's not me.
I'm guessing that's Christopher then.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Okay, what do you think, Siskel and Ebert?
That's old. That's old.
I love Alex's comment. He just like says like kind of these phrases that kind of you have to figure out how they tie into what's going on. Film versus comic.
Well, if we're gonna talk film versus comic,
yep,
then I'd have to go with film in this case. Not that comic is bad, but comic stole a sandwich, and film likes to sleep in the bed.
I watched the documentary, the Stan Lee documentary with great responsibility.
Stanley?
Yeah, Stan Lee.
With great responsibility?
Yeah, have you seen it?
With great power?
With great power. Yes,
I have not seen it. Is it on Netflix?
It is. It was pretty good. It wasn't like super deep. It was mostly guys talking about how cool Stan Lee was.
Well, he's a pretty cool dude.
There's a lot of good, which is fine. That was my problem with the Bill Watterson one. Was literally like you have that intro where it's like fast music and cuts and things of the comics are like Calvin Hobbes is so magical. He's like every little boy, and that's how it's gonna start, obviously. But then it just like that like stopped and then went to the next thing, and then but that next thing was just the intro again, and then like it stopped. It was like okay, now the movie starts. Yeah, and I literally got like 20 minutes in, and it was like there's been no information here yet.
I gotta watch this.
I watched right in a row with great responsibility and with great power, and the Ray Harryhausen.
Great Expectations.
No, the most recent or last Ray Harryhausen doc that they did, which that one was they were both sort of just like talking about how great the guy was. This with great power had more substance to it than that. Yeah. But anyway, it was cool. You should watch it.
I will.
And well, that was the thing that was most interesting to me about it was that it wasn't like, you know. It's easy to think like, oh man, it was like Hollywood Castro, like they made the movie and the fucking with the comic books, you know. People will say, people in my life not you or me, but it'll be like, oh yeah, the comics are like better, and the movies just for like other people who can't read the comics.
Idiots.
Yeah, but the thing is like
Just
Stanley
words.
was like so excited to do the movies. There wasn't like a different thing for him. It wasn't like, yeah, we're gonna like make a movie out of this comic. It was like completely part of the same.
Yeah, why wouldn't you like that sort of thing? Like, I invented this character, and now someone wants to turn it into a movie to show it to a billion other people.
Yeah, and for him it was like more people are gonna see it, and it's gonna be better. Like it's just like this is like a step forward, like huge step forward for the characters. And that's the thing is he really just cares about the characters, and that's his whole entire thing. That's why his comics were so great. They were character driven rather than fucking story driven, which is, you know.
Do you know what song that is, Brian?
It's almost a Nickelodeon theme song.
That is the Nickelodeon theme song. That's what it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. You might have the rhythm a little weird.
I don't. Nickelodeon.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Wait, you closed the computer. What about the news, Brian? All the news.
Your news?
I don't know. You do it.
You do it.
Okay, then you have to talk. Ha! It's like you're like 6 years old.
Not happy.
What about the stuff, Brian?
We love this stuff.
Talk about it.
So there's this movie, The Stuff. It's in my Netflix queue. I don't know much about it, but I think it's goo that eats your face or something. I gotta watch it. It looks, the cover reminds me of the cover or the poster from Street Trash, and so that automatically is a good association. Street Trash was awesome. You ever see Street Trash? Yeah, it's a really weird movie about fucking homeless people who live in a junkyard, and it's like their crazy, shitty lives and all their weird antics. But through all of that, there's this horror story kind of in the background of it, where this guy digs up like this radioactive hooch from his basement and is selling it at his liquor store, and all the homeless people are buying it, and it makes you explode when you drink it. So it's like they're crazy, like goofy, like comic homeless guy antics.
Yeah.
But they're like super dark at the same time and really raunchy. But then there's like this. It's like that kind of silly plot overarching this plot of like they're trying to solve the mystery of why their friends keep exploding.
Weird. I want to read to you real quick about cricket because it's hilarious. Let me just read you an article I clicked on, a little bit of it. England were denied victory in an incredible finale to the first test as Sri Lanka's last wicket pair batted at the final 5 balls to cling on for a draw at Lord's. And then the first sentence is, in scenes of barely believable drama, ... That's all. In scenes of barely believable drama while these dudes are playing cricket. Like, what? I don't know about you, but most of the time, my sports are full of sports.
In sentences of barely believable superlatives.
In scenes of barely believable drama. This cricket game was so intense that people were like, I do not believe this is happening.
Other people told them
right
about the scene of drama at the cricket game, and they were like, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
I barely believe that even happened.
That's not true. It didn't happen.
There's no way you could have that kind of scene of drama at a cricket game. Well, I guess the funny thing is I barely believe it now that they're saying it. If you told me like if you described that's what must have been the scene of drama at this cricket game, I probably would barely believe you.
Barely believable.
The funny thing is that it's true.
What drama is there?
Whose shoe is this?
Probably mine.
I put it under the couch today.
Oh, it's probably Kare's.
It's
It
tiny.
looks care-sized. It's too small to be any of ours.
Yeah.
Well, also there's the news of. I wish there was a random button on the news website, so you could just like random article, please. Not that I care about what news is. I just want to read something. Like you can do that with a newspaper. Oh, here we go. Here's an article headline: "Weedy Thing thrives as Antarctica shores warm." I'm really glad that the environmental scientists are getting so technical
Weedy
in their
thing.
nomenclature. Weedy Thing.
Just to be clear, that's WEEDY space THING in quotations.
That's the Latin
weedy thing.
the Latin spelling.
But now I'm curious what the weedy thing is.
Well, Brian, it's pretty self-descriptive. It's a thing that is in the Arctic tundra or in the Arctic thaw zone. It's a thing, and that thing is similar to a weed, is what I think they're trying to say. I think that's their goal here, is to convey a sense that this animal or planetoid that's in the tundra, I don't know what it is similar to a weed in its shape, probably taste, and overall aroma.
So there's some plant that they don't know what it is.
Or mineral that's shaped weedy.
Yeah, I guess weed doesn't even really give you a lot of.
Perhaps automobile.
How about let's do this. Let's just read headlines.
Okay, and try and figure out what the article is.
Well, and not read the article and totally, completely judge everything about it.
Oh, that sounds great. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I basically do all day. They're weedy thing.
Weedy thing, you're my favorite weedy thing. You're not an animal, or rock, or car, or vegetable. Actually, you're a vegetable, because you're a weedy thing. Weedy thing, I love you. Oh, sound like a weed.
Sorry. IMF cuts U.S. growth forecast for 2014. I can't.
I'm gonna guess that means the International Men's Fortuitous. No, hang on. IMF. International Monster Fund. International Monster.
I can't do anything.
IMF. I don't know what IMF is literally cutting the forecast. Someone made a forecast. They got some scissors. They're like, no.
It was like, here's our forecast for U.S. growth for 2014, and the IMF, who's actually a guy who runs into the room with a sword and went
and he's just chopping it.
Sliced the
what the hell, man?
The tri-board.
My forecast.
People still use tri-boards in like
business. What's a tri-board?
Right? Like the things that you made little displays about, like.
Like a project, one of those project boards.
Yeah, people still use
yeah,
those
maybe, I don't know.
in business, right?
Trioramas.
I think the IMF definitely is sitting around and being like, oh, and they're like drawing in there with glitter, and that's their
iguanal menstruation facility.
Iguana menstruation. See, how is it that the football fans, the U.S. football fans, as in U.S. soccer fans.
Soccer. It's called soccer.
But I guess it doesn't really matter, because either way, football around the world is like the sport. Like, there's fucking criminal organizations based around it. There's riots break out. People get like friggin' killed at soccer games, and there's people like follow teams around Europe and find the other team's fans and mug them.
I'm pretty sure this is
U.S. football fans are jubilant after win.
Isn't all those things you just named though? Are similar to Slipknot fans.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that's what football is. And U.S. football fans are jubilant after win, with a photo of them going fucking nuts and cheering.
Because they're jubilant.
But the cricket team had
scenes,
had barely believable scenes of barely believable drama.
barely believable drama.
Then again, look at the picture of the guy. He's pretty fucking.
He's
cool.
like, ah!
Can you guys see that?
Look at that. Go a little closer. Go closer. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean that is
Look
barely
at it.
believable drama.
I don't even believe that that's a real photo. I don't even believe that he's really there.
Versus the football fans who are jubilant.
Why can't they be jubilant?
Jubilant going around.
It's
Mugging
BBC, man. You're reading BBC.
Everything turned red light.
Yeah, scratch it, girl! Anyway, what's some more in the news, Brian? What else is in the news?
Top 5 cities for... No, we're not doing
I don't care. That's not news.
Kamer delight at tough U.S. Open win.
I don't care.
Sports.
Tennis.
Let's try another thing. Technology.
Meow.
Yeah. Sharper satellite images now allowed. Technology has always existed. You just weren't allowed. You weren't. They wouldn't let you before. Iraq blocks social media sites. I don't think that is news.
It's not really news.
UVU loses court row over name. Is that the same thing as a court rule?
Yeah. Court row. Like row is like a fight.
Oh, okay.
Argument.
So UVU, I'm guessing YouTube was like, you can't do that, which is
Nah, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You got my name on you.
Yeah.
You.
I don't like that. My snap judgment of that is that UVU, I think, should have been allowed to go because it's not like they pose any fucking threat to YouTube. Let them have.
We should start MyTube.
Let them have their fucking piss in.
MeTube.
Their little.
Me pipe. We should start Me pipe.
Yeah. Let them sit in the corner with their hat on. That's fine.
Me
IKEA
pipe.
makes fan site remove adverts. Is there an IKEA fan site?
No, like a fan site remove its advertisements. IKEA was like, all right, guys, we like that you like photos of hentai chicks with giving birth to bison.
Yep.
But we don't want our advertisements on your site.
They made a website featuring ideas for customizing IKEA furniture.
Hang on, this one is not news.
Xbox One ad switches on consoles.
Like they switch what their ad looks like? Like new ad. That's an advertising for an advertisement.
No, there was an ad that they say Xbox One, but they say Xbox on in the beginning of the ad. So it turned everybody's Xbox on.
Oh. On purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose.
It had to have been on purpose. They had to have known.
I don't understand how that would work.
Apparently some of the Xbox Ones are like...
They're voice command.
Yeah.
So you can say Xbox on, and it will turn on.
Yeah.
So
they said it.
Oh, there were advertisements, and it would say Xbox on. Oh,
yeah, it was like a commercial.
It was like a commercial.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
That's totally
And
deliberate.
people were very upset.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
But wouldn't the Xbox have to be on for the thing to say Xbox?
U.S. to sell seized Silk Road bitcoins, you assholes.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, but that's so fucking douchey.
That's like when they seize like drug boats. They sell them back at auction.
Yeah, but it just sucks. Sex apps increase risk of STIs.
That makes sense.
I don't know what an STI is.
Sexually transmitted infection. Or whatever. It's STD.
It's an infection.
STD.
So you can get an STD from porn on your phone?
No, because it's sex apps encourage promiscuity.
Oh yeah. Oh, that makes sense. One of the first things I did, or I shouldn't say one of the first things.
Download an app and try to have sex with it.
I did fuck my phone, but that's different. No, as you may or may not know, I am a new smartphone owner. I've had a smartphone for a little over a month.
Actually, the smartphone's been around for a while, but Brian himself is new.
Yeah. I'm the new Brian. But basically, I was getting used to it. I was kind of. I don't have a lot of apps. I don't have a lot of stuff I just play around with. But I was sitting around shortly after getting it, and I was looking at the App Store, and it was like, what if I just type in porn is there a porn app? And there wasn't, which was really interesting to me because why isn't there? But then also, like, did they just not, like, support, like, because you have to sell it. Anyone could make that. I'm sure someone else has had this idea for a porn app, but then no one.
Well, it's because
no one would sell it.
It's because they didn't allow it on the store.
Yeah, there's this weird, like, there's this image thing where it's gotta be clean, but I don't know.
That makes sense.
I was just like, because I was sitting there, I was like, there can't be, but there's gotta be, but there can't be.
I bet you can find apps that aren't in the App Store.
Yeah.
But you could.
I don't know, just the idea of
just the App Store
of a porn app was really funny.
They're allowed to say, like, no, you can't.
Did I tell you about the time when I was walking down the street? I was walking to someone's house, and like late, but not like the middle of the night. It was like, you know, like 10 or something.
Uh-huh.
And I was walking down the street, and I didn't know where I was going, and I was like, I'll ask this dude for directions. He looks like he lives around here. And he was this middle-aged dude walking along. And he was doing something with his phone. And as I walked up behind him, I was just about to be like, "Excuse me." And then I realized that he was just watching porn on his phone, and like really raunchy, screamy, like filthy porn, and just had it out. Was just watching. It was like really loud, like I could hear it from like 12 feet behind him, and he was just like.
This looks right. Yeah, that's about. That's about right. That's. Right.
I actually can't remember if he was watching it or if he was just listening to it. But either
just
way.
Yeah.
But anyway, the idea of a porn app was really funny to me until I realized that there would be nowhere to sell it.
Sometimes when planes fly overhead, I like to imagine, or when there's lots of wind, I like to imagine that it's a stadium around me cheering for me.
Oh, speaking of fucking weird apps, app tracks daily coffee consumption. How about you fucking pay attention
just stop drinking so much coffee.
Or just pay attention to how much, who's drinking so much coffee that they don't even know.
Yeah.
Like you're like, how many cups of coffee you had? You're like, I can't fucking tell.
I'm up more than 2 gallons now. I don't know how much I've had anymore.
Yeah.
I judge highly.
I mean, even if you had like, can you count to 4? Like, how high can you count? Even if you drink a lot of
need 4 cups of coffee, then you can't count to 4.
Then you should just let yourself die from withdrawal. You should just go through withdrawal.
Researchers seek to print body parts. So
Sweet.
I'm guessing that's 3D printing.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that one.
That's an old one.
Space station's live view of Earth. What?
What flew to Earth?
Space station's live, as in belonging to the space station. Live view of Earth. Is there a live stream?
Oh yeah, totally. When I still lived in Virginia, I used to watch the TV, and I'd go to the NASA channel because there's a NASA channel. Did you guys know there's a NASA channel?
I did not.
And I just watched the NASA channel, and most of the time it would switch on like 2-hour shifts between just like a continuous shot of the Earth from the space station, just the Earth going underneath the space station, and then just like the security camera in the like monitoring room, like at Cape Canaveral or something.
Yeah.
There's people sitting there like, watching like satellites or something.
There was
monitoring satellites.
I remember there was this really weird station that I found. It must have been like when I first got cable, and me and my dad and my brother were just like going through like what weird shit is on here. And we found this one that was just satellite views of like fucking fields and shit, and like of like clouds going by. Like it was way up. And it was really bad quality, and you hear
that was probably the
there was like
station.
a little like buzz, but it wasn't like a view of Earth. It was like a view of like the countryside. You could make it like, oh, that's like a highway, and it was like kind of close.
It was like lower satellites.
Yeah, and it would like switch every couple minutes. It was so fucking strange.
Yeah, the NASA channel is really cool. But then it was really cool because like I remember I watched it on the night like in like 2006 or something when they shot the moon with the missile.
Yeah.
To get the cloud.
Guess what they're using?
I watched the
Ustream.
I watched the NASA channel for that. And it was really cool because like we just watched the dudes in the room, and it would go between that and like the satellite images and like other stuff. And like we watched all the guys like cheer when the thing hit the moon. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
I wish that we saw that on NASA channel, but NASA is dead because I killed it because I was jealous of its space.
I can't believe it's 11 already. We're gonna keep doing
What? It's 11? Oh no, screw that. Hi everybody, thanks for watching our show tonight. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your.
Wait, the NASA, the space station stream might work. No, it's
That's not really that important. That's not very important for those people.
Fuck that.
Anyway, thanks for watching the show tonight. If you tune in next week, maybe we'll surprise you with some nudity. Not of us necessarily. Sometimes our cat is naked because she doesn't wear
Want to see her butthole?
No, she's comfy right now. Also,
Okay.
she's looking at something else.
Someday we'll show you
We'll
our
show you her
cat's
butthole at some point. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's see if I can. See if I can stop the broadcast. I don't know. Hang on.
Oh, I remember when it was doing this before.
Yeah, I remember, but it's like 10 times worse now. Okay, good night, everyone.